What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. This is our third stream this week. We're kind of getting crazy. It's almost August. We need to get some drafts in. That's why I'm hopping on here. We're going to hop into a Best Ball Mania 3 draft. Also, the last two streams we've done this week, both times I've been bumped off the Wi-Fi and the stream has been shut down due to bad internet. So we're going to try this for the third time. I'm hoping we don't get bumped off. I decided we'd hop on here, get a live stream in. I have really good videos planned for you guys for Sunday and Monday right now. Had nothing on the slate for today, so I decided why not hop on here, get into some real money fantasy football drafts on Underdog, as you guys know. Sponsor of the channel. On the t-shirt, Underdog Fantasy, promo code RON when you hop in there, and they'll hook you up with a 100% deposit match up to $100. Now let me drop that link in the chat, and then we're going to hop into one of these drafts very quickly. How are we doing? How are we doing? All right, hold on. You said you hear background noise. All right, let me know how the audio is. I will be honest, I cranked up. I've been getting so many comments that the mic volume has been shitty that I cranked up the gain, and I'm just eating the background noise for live streams because I can't edit the volume in post. And I think in live streams I care a little bit less about the audio quality. Let me know if the fan is awful. Like I can. This is me turning down the gain right now as I speak, and it filters out the AC, but it makes me a lot quieter. I think this is where I had it. I don't know, dude. I've been messing around my audio so much recently. It's actually extremely annoying. All right, let me put this link in here, and then we'll hop into a draft real quick. If any of you guys want to hop in there with me, I'm going to be hopping on a Best Ball Mania 3 draft on Underdog. So let me pull that up real quick. I put the link in the chat, and we'll get going. How are we doing on this fine Saturday morning, fellas? What up? What up? What up, Bull? What up? You said Smooth Entertainment. What's up, brother? I have one question. Aaron Jones or Mixon? Probably Mixon. We got Toronto Dave in here. The top shotta. Mixon. Background noise. Yes, yes. It's not that bad. You're good. Yeah, that's the issue. It's been a battle, fellas. It's pretty much either have perfect audio but die from the heat, or have quiet audio with no background noise, or have loud audio with all the background noise. It's been a headache recently, but I think I have a fix for it. Again, I can't edit the volume in lives, but I have a plan for the next edited video. I think I'll be able to get it figured out. All right, so we're gonna hop into one of these Best Ball Mania 3 drafts. If anybody wants to hop in with me, I'll give her a little bit of a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Let me turn my extension on. Boom, we're already, oh my god, dude. I've been getting such bad draft spots, dude. I want nothing to do with the 9-hole. Nothing to do with it. All right, so we're going to take the banner down. Let me see. Hold on. Now, for this draft board look, let's zoom in. Now, here's the question that I have. When I do this, what does it look like when I switch back to normal? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we can see more of the screen. And I guess I'll put myself down here for now. I'll put this here. That was from last stream. Now again, we're all over the place. We're having audio issues. We had Wi-Fi issues the last two streams where I got kicked out the last two, and they didn't let me finish the live stream with like 2 or 3 picks left. So hoping that we make it to the end with no Wi-Fi concerns. I'm hoping the audio is fine. It's been a mess. It's honestly been a mess. Sup, noob? You call me a noob? What's that about, bro? Hold on. What's up? We got Chris in here. What's going on? If you have an NVIDIA card, you should be able to use noise cancellation. RTX. What the hell is a NVIDIA card? Sup, Ron? What's going on? Have you tried putting on a noise gate? I have not. I'm kind of an idiot. I do not know what a noise gate is or a NVIDIA. I'm debating I could just throw a blanket over the AC. I was debating doing something like that. Did that change anything? Me putting a blanket over it? I hope it doesn't. I hope that it stays cool though with a blanket over it. I wanted to kind of. I've been wanting to try that. I don't know what a noise gate is though. No. And I've been in iMovie and you can mess around with the background noise in iMovie, and I've done that before. And it just throws off the audio trying to cancel the background noise. Hey Ron, what's going on, Brock? I have the 9 in my main league. I hate to see it. Yeah, dude, it's rough. BBM3, of course. You ever see Dobbins fall to a 5-12 in a startup? I don't think so. Yeah, come on now. Respect the badge. Do you use OBS to record? No, I use Ecamm Live, but I should probably look into OBS. All right. So we're on the clock now with the 9 spot. Haven't been paying attention. Could go Devontae Adams. Oh, man. Should we go Derrick Henry? Let's go D. Henry. We'll take him. Look, man. 2 picks past his ADP, or like barely a pick past his ADP. Late first is ugly. I should probably stop just jamming the guys that I like Devontae Adams. It's time to get some exposure. 2 guys I don't have a ton of. It didn't change anything? Damn it. But yeah, I use Ecamm Live for these streams and just when I record in general, which is a little bit of an issue. I know OBS is like the big one, but I just have a Mac. What we got? Thoughts on Akers? Also, feel free to ask questions or whatever. I'm just hanging out in here. Can mess around. I'll show you guys who's getting picked here. We got Henry, then Kelce, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill at the turn. What do we got here? You said thoughts on Akers and DJ in the middle rounds. Are they players you're targeting? DJ more so than Akers. We got the big dog. I think I've already done Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, and Saquon teams. I might just go Aaron Jones for the fun of it. Let's go D. Henry and Aaron Jones. These are 2 running backs that I don't roster a ton of. Why not? Why not get a little bit unique here? We'll do a little bit of double hero RB. Spam 2 running backs up top and then chill. In an actual draft where my my livelihood was on the line, I would have taken Saquon or Swift there, but I don't have a ton of Aaron Jones. I have a lot of Swift and Saquon, and if I remember correctly, I think a lot of my Henry teams are paired with Swift or Saquon, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit, get some different player combinations. What do we got here? You said you don't know NVIDIA, you must be an Apple user? Yeah, I have a Mac. You're saying it's time to switch to OBS? Dude, but Ecamm Live has been so sweet. I used to try OBS, and it might be worth going back to it, at least for the summer months when I have the AC on. So you're saying just swap to OBS, it'll fix everything, and noise gate is basically just a filter that goes to your audio that doesn't allow audio below a certain volume to get through. All right, I'm gonna try it. Nutty Chili, if you have my Twitter or anything, please DM me at @RonStewart_ on Twitter, or I'm trying to think somewhere else, or like Discord. I'll mess around with that on Monday, and if I have any questions, I'll come to you. Because it's been the thing that I've stressed out the most about is this audio issue. Because again, it's the issue of having good audio, but a hot room or a cold room and bad audio. And I can't have people in these summer months during August when fantasy channels are getting all of their growth. I can't have audio causing people to like click off the video and stuff. So it's been a big issue for me, but I hope that that'll help. All right. So what do we got going on here? Got Pitts at 26, Pittman, Chubb. Who's still on the board? Nothing really, dude. I'm praying that Kamara makes it back to us. If Kamara makes it back to us, we're gonna go Kamara and then just only have 3 running backs. Come on, let's get Kamara here. Love it, all day. I talked about it on a video that's gonna come out Monday. But Kamara is somebody I'm targeting super heavy right now. I don't have a lot of exposure to him, but he's somebody I want to get my exposure up on because I think that there's going to be this little pocket of time between now and when we get news on his possible suspension where we're hitting a breaking point where his price is either going to rise or fall by a lot. And I want access to that uncertainty, that upside, especially because I don't have a lot of exposure to him at this point, if that makes sense. I've also heard that like a cheat code for sort of this would be a hyper fragile build is to go with an elite tight end. Pick 57. We would need Kittle to fall like half around. That might just reach on Waller. I know that would be kind of weird, but I think that that's sort of the point. If Waller makes it to 40, we're going to take Waller. And I know that I don't usually wait on wide receiver this long, but this is just to sort of fit this build that we're trying here. All right, let me show the picks, my bad. So we took Kamara there, and then you had Sutton go, Connor go, ETN, Waddle, Herbert, Zeke, and then we'll go Waller. Like I said, I read an article that was pretty sweet. I think it was by Drico over at RotoViz. Pretty much saying that if you go sort of robust RB, hyper fragile in best ball, a lot of the times it helps to get a elite tight end in there. Why that is, I'm not sure. Dalvin Cook or Swift for me. I got Henry and Najee at 112 and 201 in a draft, which I loved. Yeah, that is probably not super unique, but not a fan of Henry, no. Old running back coming off a major injury. Has never had a legendary season. I begrudgingly take him like I did here if he's... When we get to this spot where Diggs is gone and then like I have a bunch of Devontae Adams, I could take Devontae Adams here. This is almost always going to be Devontae Adams or Travis Kelce, but I want to force myself to get at least like 5% Henry. Especially in half PPR, Derrick Henry is probably a fine pick in the late first. How do you feel about taking Kyler and D-Hop at the 512 and the 601? You're saying that his suspension could lessen. I'm saying probably not. I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't want to take Hopkins that early. I'd rather Kyler and like Elijah Moore or Amon-Ra St. Brown or any of these wide receivers. I do like round 3 wide receivers a lot, so double RB seems stronger than ever this year. Fair. You said the BBM winner last year had Jones? Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on Sky Moore and all the positive buzz? Man seems to be on a rocket ship. Hey, now, all the OGs that have been here since Dynasty season, we've been on Sky Moore. Sky Moore has been somebody that we're drafting a lot of. Let me see what my exposure on Sky Moore should be a lot. Yeah, 16%. That's about double normal, which is like 8%. Could try a less audible fan as well. The problem is that this is a AC, so I could buy a new AC, but that'd be so expensive. Maybe I'll look into it though. It could be worthwhile. Said you think Henry's on the decline, potentially. I know Noah Hills over at BDGE had a video on that kind of thing. The only hole that I'll poke in it though is that he was saying that Derrick Henry was really inefficient last year compared to his teammates. The issue is that he only played in the beginning of the season. And it's kind of narrative-y, but Derrick Henry has been somebody that has played a lot better in the back half of the season as opposed to the front half. So I think it's a little bit misleading, but I am also bearish on Henry either way. Is it a big deal if I cover these guys' names? Like, you guys can still see their picks. I think that's fine. And then I'm gonna put this up here. That's what I've decided. Yeah, this works. How do you approach a 2-quarterback league in PPR? I'm almost never like punting quarterback. I never go like a 0 quarterback in Superflex. Like I just want to get my quarterbacks early and go from there. We'll go Metcalf here. That's a perfect pick. That's just a very strong wide receiver there. Somebody that I would take as early as like the 4th round. How do you approach a 2? I feel like I did just answer it, but yeah, I take quarterbacks early. I want 2 quarterbacks from like Justin Fields and above. I mean, if I have to get skinny, I would at least like to get 1 elite quarterback. I'm trying to get at least 1 elite quarterback. I would like to get for a 2nd one, but if I have to really stretch it out, I would go like Fields or Daniel Jones or something. There's 0 chance he doesn't get suspended, though. There's a good chance that he doesn't get suspended, man. There's a very good chance he doesn't get suspended at this point. At this point, he is practicing. Nobody's saying anything. There's no potential suspension coming out. You have Deshaun Watson kind of really being the center of all the news. There's a good chance Kamara doesn't see a suspension until 2023, and you're drafting 17 games of Alvin Kamara in the 3rd round. So that's the upside case. We're taking Godwin here. If Best Ball Viper doesn't, I'll put that out there right now. I'm in the same boat, Brock. I've been taking a lot of Godwin and Kamara. I'm trying to get both of their exposures in right now because I think both of them are going to be skyrocketing very soon in ADP. The more positive news we get out of them or like lack of negative news, the sooner that we're going to see their ADP rise. Ron, in Dynasty, who do you prefer between Treylon Burks, Elijah Moore, Olave? Give me Treylon Burks all day. Yeah, give me Yeah, you hate to see it, but Elijah Moore is still great. It's not a major injury. His last year was legendary. He didn't stop being in the top 10 RBs until week 17 after playing 8 games. Brother. Last year was not legendary. He didn't hit a 20% win rate. I know that his point per game was great, but his point per game was great only an 8-game sample, man. He's never, and it was honestly purely on volume. It wasn't on a ton of efficiency, or no, it was on a good amount of efficiency. But the issue is that I don't think that he can sustain that level of volume for longer than an 8-game sample. That's my biggest thing with Derrick Henry, is that we haven't seen him have a legendary season of 20% plus win rate. By the way, nobody was a legendary running back last year. And we haven't seen him do it for a full season. That's the issue that I have. We haven't seen him do it for a full season. We've seen him rush for 2,000 yards and still not hit a 20% win rate. So it's just really tough, man. He has to go above and beyond. Now he's fighting age and injury. And I know it wasn't a major injury, but it's not like he's McCaffrey and he's like 25 and it's not a big deal. This is a running back going into like year 7 of his career at this point. Has taken an absolute beating between the tackles. There's a lot that you're taking on there. Is really just how I see it, at least. Is this a year there are some nice running back picks in the 3rd and 4th rounds, like Chubb, Connor, and Etienne? What do you think about them, considering they are in the dead zone? In terms of these dead zone running backs, I will say, yeah, it is definitely a little bit better this year. I don't mind Chubb. I like Kamara. I like Connor. I like Etienne. Zeke's the one that I don't like. I like Akers, Brees. It's really just fading the profiles that don't look great. Like, I think Zeke is one. I think Elijah Mitchell is another that I don't really like. I don't like AJ Dillon here at all. But yeah. It's definitely not every running back between round 3 and 6 are dead zone running backs, but it's also just about being smart about where you get exposure to the dead zone. Like, I don't mind drafting a dead zone running back here and there. Maybe 1 per team. I think where you get into in trouble is drafting like 3 running backs in the dead zone, completely forgetting about wide receiver. Jeez, dude. I would have loved to go to Devonta Smith here. So this has to be a wide receiver. We'll take Ayuk. Take Ayuk. We're probably just going to hammer a bunch of wide receivers. I would like to get like 2 quarterbacks in the window. I will say if I can get Brady to stack to Godwin, that would be very fun at this next pick. What do we got here? What do we got here? Saying this guy is saying Kelce is tight end 3 on your board. Why is he going so early and ahead of Andrews, Pitts, Wallers, and even guys like Schultz compared to ADP? Bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why is he going over Schultz? Like he still put up 16 plus points per game. He put up more points per game than his tight end 1 season in 2019. I would ask you why you have him so late and why you would even think that him and Dalton Schultz breathe the same air. Like Travis Kelce is just way better of a tight end. At a certain point, you have to look at the volume or the talent. I mean, one of the best tight ends out there. You have Tyreek Hill gone, so he's gonna absorb. He's gonna have like his highest ceiling for a target share he's ever had. He's gonna be the focal point of the offense. Like the offense is going to run through Travis Kelce this year on the Chiefs, a team who will be top 3 in pass attempts, pass yards, pass touchdowns. And you have the focal point that you can slot in at your tight end spot. I don't see why you're so low on him, Steven. Please talk me out of Derrick Henry, though, if what I said isn't strong enough. I feel like I talked about it. I'm behind on these chats, so I imagine that was before I explained myself. How do you approach 10? I think I already talked about Superflex, but I take my quarterbacks early. I don't get cute and like punt it. How good do you think Julio Jones will do? I think like fringe top 36 guy is fun. Ron, watch out. If you don't tell Titans fans that Henry is better than LaDainian Tomlinson, they'll tell you to F off. What's the issue with Zeke? He's top 12 every year. That is the issue. That is the issue. The way that I play fantasy, if I draft a running back at RB12 and he finishes as RB12, that's not really a win. RB12, you're getting 15 points per game out of him. You can match 15 points per game. 15 points per game, like RB12, like Zeke, everyone loves to say he's top 12 every year. He accumulates top 12 running back numbers, but he's not really helping you win. His win rates aren't great. He's giving you replaceable production, as I said. He's going to give you like 15 points per game as like an RB10, RB11, RB12 guy. And you can get 15 points per game from your last year Devontae Bookers, Elijah Mitchells, Cordell Pattersons, Deonta Foreman's, Darrell Williams, Khalil Herbert. It's really replaceable production. So Zeke isn't giving you an edge over your opponents. You're just paying a 3rd round pick or a 4th round pick to know who your RB2 is every week. And he's also not good. Like, he's not going to be efficient. He's not going to pop off and have this monster year. Like, that's done for him. Like, the talent isn't there. I don't draft projected touches. That's just kind of the way I play the game. Please let me get Claypool here, bro. I'm begging you. Perfect. Perfect. Get in the wide receivers that I like. I don't even like Brady, but we got Brady to stack with Godwin. It's a sweet setup right here. This is how if you want to, you can draft 3 running backs off the bat and be all right. Lazard, never Lazard, brother. Never Lazard. Kelce is one of the best tight ends of all time with the top 5 quarterback. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much. This is pretty much the thesis of everything that I do here. Is wide receiver production isn't replaceable. Running back production is. And sure, if you play in a league with tacos and you could find like Amon-Ra St. Brown on waivers last year, more power to you. But Amon-Ra St. Brown in leagues I played in was getting drafted last year. But you could find guys all the time. I mean, even like Justin Jackson was a guy you could get off waivers late in the year. Same thing with Rex Burkhead. Rex Burkhead had like this crazy week, like week 15 or something. All right, so we could go Derek Carr to stack with Darren Waller. Let's do that, actually. Wide receivers kind of dried out. As much as I would like to have more wide receivers, I'm not going to reach on one that I don't love. Rashad White is really interesting, but I'm going to go Derek Carr because that'll be like our 2 quarterbacks in the window kind of thing. And he'll stack with Waller. And that's perfect. So now we have our 2 quarterbacks, and we're good to go from there. All right. What do we got here? Is he RB12 this year? I'm not sure. He could be like RB15, RB16, or ADP. I'm just saying, even if he finishes, say, RB11, RB12 in points per game, that's not a massive win. I go for bigger swings than a guy like Zeke, is really just what it comes down to. How confident can you be with Saquon considering all the injuries and he's heading into year 5? Floor is shaky, but every running back's floor is shaky. Like we just talked about with Derrick Henry. He's coming off the foot injury. You have Dalvin Cook, who's never played a complete season at this point, tore his ACL early on, has like shoulder. I think both of his shoulders like dislocated. All of these running backs are out there with duct tape, and Saquon Barkley has maybe the highest ceiling besides Christian McCaffrey among all running backs. So at a certain point, you have to just buy in. I'm extremely excited for what Dable is doing over there, man. The training camp videos of like Wan'Dale Robinson out of the backfield, I think he's gonna make this offense super modern, super fun. Saquon is already taking snaps out of the slot. It's gonna be really good. You said you really want Claypool. Are you worried about his injury? I'm questioning. I'm guessing you like him over Johnson because of the ADP. No, I still like Johnson a ton. I would say Johnson might even be a better value. Like if I sort by Steelers really quick. Now I will say I am not familiar with this injury you're talking about. Yeah, I have 22% Deontay, 12% Claypool. So I have more Deontay than Claypool, but I like Claypool. You're saying that there's an injury? Like did that happen recently, or is it like a small injury? Let me see. It might have been a mistake drafting him if he got hurt, but I didn't hear anything. Oh, okay, you're saying they're saying he got a shoulder injury? Damn. That is not good. I'll say that much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's early enough. It's early enough that it's not a massive deal, but it's definitely something to monitor. It's not. I think this far out, it's too early to be like, I'm not going to draft any of Chase Claypool because of that. But it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Let me see. Where are we at here? Where's Julio been going? 147 now. We have McCole, Jacoby Myers, Jarvis. Man, none of these guys feel super great. All of these wide receivers suck up here. I might go Jacoby. I don't have a lot of Jacoby. Let's go. Could go Jarvis. Tampa Bay, Las Vegas, San Fran. Let's go Jacoby. I don't have a lot of Jacoby Myers. We need wide receiver help pretty bad. We want to end up at a 2-4-10-2. So we need like 5 more wide receivers in these next 7 rounds or so. Renfrow and Amon-Ra St. Brown were only guys off waivers that were good wide receivers in my home league compared to 2 good running backs on waivers each week. Yeah, exactly. Why has Clyde fallen so much in drafts? It's just hard to say if he's actually good at football. It's really the hard part. Renfrow was a good pull, though. I feel that Kelce will have a microscope on him by every defensive coordinator. No Tyreek Hill to worry about, and the strong safety will be rolling over. No, it's fine. I'm just joking around, Steven. When I push back on you guys in the comments with strong takes, I'm just messing around. It's never anything personal. It's good conversation. That's fair, but I think a lot of that stuff is kind of anecdotal. Like it's tough to say. I mean, like the safety will shade over, but again, he's going to be matching up against linebackers all the time, which we know he can beat those pretty regularly. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be tough to bring safety help over with the speedsters they brought in, too. I guess Marquez Valdez-Scantling, like, he's not the craziest speedster, but somebody that can stretch the field still. But, yeah. It's hard to say. I imagine that teams were giving him a lot of attention already as well. Let's go Julio. We'll reach a little bit on Julio here. We'll hope that maybe his ADP is still on its way up and not done climbing at this point. And we stack up Brady, Godwin, and Julio there. I think that's fun. Got him, 11 picks before his ADP, but that might not hold. That might be a good value in a couple weeks. I don't know. I don't know where his ADP is going to stabilize at. But that's a fun pick regardless. Hey, Ron, just traded Kittle, Ayuk, Saquon, and a late 23 first for Pitts, Deontay, Elijah Mitchell. One quarterback. I don't operate in one quarterback, so it's a little bit trickier to sort of gauge the value of like that 23 first, for example. Kittle, Ayuk, Saquon, and a late 23 first for Pitts, Deontay, Elijah Mitchell. It's tight end premium, though. So I'd say what's enough for Pitts? Like Kittle and Saquon, is that enough for Pitts? Is Kittle, Saquon, and Ayuk enough for Pitts? And if that's the case, I don't know. There's too many moving parts there for me to do the calculus in my head or do the math in my head. But I think my guess would be, I think possibly Pitt's side, but it's extremely close. He gave up a lot there for sure. I mean, I guess though Pitts in a non-super flex is probably arguably the 101. What do we got here? Who would you be most confident as your flex? Hall or Mitchell? Well, usually I like to flex wide receivers, but Breece Hall. So would you take Saquon over Mixon and Chubb and Swift? Because that's where I'm leaning. I would take Swift over those guys, and then I would take Saquon, and then Mixon, and then Chubb. If y'all are worried about running back injuries, just go wide receiver heavy. Don't try to pick which running backs are injury prone. I agree on that. In terms of the Giants' offense, I think Wando might be the backup running back. He really might. Which is interesting. I traded Breece Hall for Mike Evans and probably a mid-third or mid-23 first in PPR Dynasty because I'm competing. I don't love it. It's probably about even. I think I'd probably prefer Breece, though. It's close, though. I have to be honest, we're sort of out of Dynasty season, so it's a little bit hard for me to, just because I'm not as, balls deep in the Dynasty market as I was in maybe, like, draft season, it's a little bit hard for me to compute these on the fly. But, like, what... Like Breece Hall for a 2023 first plus what gets you to Breece Hall? Is Mike Evans too much or too little? All right, so oh man, this is ugly. So we have our two quarterbacks. I think I'm going to take Gainwell, dude. There's been a lot of positive reports on Gainwell coming out here. I think he's actually a really sweet pick. And we'll go Gainwell, and that'll be our last running back on the team. That'll be it. Those are our four little hyper-fragile builds. And now the rest of the team is just going to be wide receivers and a single tight end. So we'll see how that goes. Anything interesting at Jets training camp? Nothing really. I mean, Mekhi Becton, it got announced he's going to be playing right tackle, George Fant at left tackle. I'm a little bit bummed about that. I want Becton to be our left tackle. I'm hoping they'll let him at least compete for it. I know what they're saying. It's not an open competition, but if he comes out here and Becton's clearly the better tackle, they might swap him. Injured a couple days ago, but said should be okay. Okay, thoughts on ETN? I love him, man. Pass catching upside, uncertainty because we've never seen him play before. A lot of things there for him to smash. I'm a huge Eckler fan, but I think it's risky and could be disappointing considering there's a slim chance he gets to 20 touchdowns like he did last season. I actually did research on yesterday's video that came out that actually made me feel a lot better about Austin Eckler. Is because I had that same thing, is that, okay, He saw monster efficiency last year. Was still only a 21.5 point per game guy, which is a lot. But for 20 touchdowns, he probably should have been like 23 plus. I want to say per game he was at like 16.8 weighted opportunities per game, or like 16.5. Mike Clay for this year has him at like 18.2, 18.4. So his volume should see a pretty good increase this year. Even with Spiller there, Mike Clay has him projected to be more involved from a volume standpoint. So that's really interesting. Because if he gets more volume, we know that he's an efficient guy. He could smash. I would love to go Hunter Henry here if Best Ball Viper will let me. I would love to. Come on. Come on. Let me go Hunter. Perfect. 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 All right, so now we have our second tight end. We have 2 quarterbacks. And now we are just going to take 4 straight wide receivers and hope that they are passable. I think JT has the same ceiling as Saquon as well. Saquon better receiving upside, but JT better offense, yeah. And JT's a better talent in my eyes at this point. Pickens is going to take Claypool's job away. I don't think so. And I love Pickens. You can ask any of the Dynasty guys. I love Pickens. But no, he's not. In 2 wide receiver sets, it'll be Claypool and Deontay Johnson. I don't see how Pickens overtakes Claypool. Maybe Claypool is injured, and that's how he gets in there, but I don't know. You think Pickens can overtake Claypool in the depth chart? I mean, I guess it's in his range, but I wouldn't count on it. We don't see rookie wide receivers really do that kind of thing. Especially like second rounders like Pickens on a buried depth chart. It would be rare for him to be the 2 wide receiver set guy. I mean, it could happen, but would you still take Gibson over backs like Dillon or Mitchell in a startup? I would. You said not a fan of Hardman, but love Sky. I like both. Hardman's the only returning wide receiver, has done amazing without Hill playing, and has increased numbers every year. I don't mind Hardman either. I would just prefer it if I had a Chief stack. I like Sky more as a standalone more. I actually made a video on late round wide receivers where I listed McCole Hardman as one of my favorite late guys. I mean, teams can game plan for Kelce. I just don't think it'll matter. Talent wins out with them. Yeah, that's one of my least favorite takes in fantasy is there's no data behind it that we can really, like, prove that, like, hey, this guy was, like, phased out of the game plan, or, you know, like the defense was double covering him all game so he couldn't do anything. There's very little data to support that. I want to say Devontae Adams last year, 20-plus points per game, had the highest percentage of his routes in double coverage of all time in reception perception history, and he still balled out. I think good players just win. I really do hate the narratives out there that are like, oh, well, now they're going to double cover this guy, so he's not going to be great. And you also have the thing people love to say is about Lamar Jackson every year. Oh, they got him figured out. They figured him out, so it's done. In my eyes, there's no such thing as figuring a player out. If he's good, he's good. There's no such thing as game planning player X out. It has to be a really niche thing where, like, you know, if it's like Big Ben and Claypool and Big Ben can't throw deep and they don't have to worry about Claypool as much, it has to be really, really intricate, and I need to see it on film. But to say, like, hey, number 1 wide receiver's gone, he's going to have harder time getting open, maybe. But again, if he's talented, like we've seen with Devontae Adams, in double coverage, they'll be just fine. Double coverage isn't even like, I wouldn't even say that it's like proven to be like viable double coverage, or that like it's super hindering to. Dude, my heart just dropped, dude. The stream paused for a second. I don't understand why my stream has been sucking recently. Oh, jeez, dude. This is not what I was trying to do. Not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to pull up the stream settings. I don't know why it does that. It, like, paused. I had to resume the stream. It almost got, like, I thought we were done. I thought that was it. Extremely, extremely annoying. I don't know what the issue is. Like, if I go to the, like, Come on. I'm just gonna try this mid draft. Show me what I'm working with. I think that I think my shit's fine. Like, isn't like 100 megabytes per second like fine? Or am I a dumbass? Let me know. Somebody out there that's a nerd, let me know if this is fine. Is this megabytes per second fine, dude? It's been embarrassing. The last 3 streams we've been having serious issues with staying online. I don't know what it is. Come on, dude. I feel like my Wi-Fi isn't that terrible. Like, it's not great. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I don't know what it is, dude. It's been extremely annoying. I took my phone off of LTE to make sure that I'd be alright. I'm all over the place, dude. I got audio issues. I got connection issues. It's honestly bad. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. For somebody, you know, doing this full time, trying to make good content for you guys. And it's like the world just doesn't want to see me win, dude. Alright, so now we're looking at Alec Pierce, Wandale, Kendrick Bourne, Hamler. Let's go Wandale. Wandale's fun. Alright. That was my rant for a second. I'll go back to what the chat's saying. I just wanted to make sure everything was fixed. It's been extremely annoying. Just been the summer of screw-ups is what it seems like, of just crazy shit. Alright, where was I? Got a lot of week 11 buys. Don't care. You ever seen that Earl Sweatshirt video? Don't care. Still don't care. People talk about Claypool being a big slot like it's an upgrade. I think it's his more natural position, but wouldn't it be better to be outside? No, this video is going to come out on Monday, so stay tuned, Chris. But I go into it. Claypool, last year interception perception, all of his best routes were like comeback, out, slant, screen, drag, or flat. All of it was in those short levels. He's really good as a deep threat, like high A-dot wide receiver. The issue is that he isn't with talented quarterbacks, right? He's had Ben Roethlisberger. Now he has Mitch Trubisky. I almost said Bitch Trubisky, which is pretty funny. Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, 2 guys we're not sure can even throw good enough passes to accommodate a high A-dot wide receiver. So getting him those layup passes in the slot on routes that he's good at winning is really good. And the thing that's amazing is that he's a high A-dot wide receiver on the perimeter, so he can play in 2 wide receiver sets. He'll be on the outside with high A-dot targets where he'll have before the catch efficiency, which is just high A-dot air yards, and he'll have in the slot catches, which will give him low A-dot high after the catch efficiency. He's had 2 years now back-to-back of over 5 yards after the catch per reception, which is really strong, especially considering how far downfield he's getting his targets. So he's a playmaker with the ball in his hands. That's why I'm pretty excited for that. So 23 first and 1 quarterback is still incredibly valuable. Yeah, that's fair. You think Hill goes up over CD? If you're talking about Tyreek Hill, I prefer CD. What does Dynasty season start? When does Dynasty season start up again? Is it like October, November when trades for the future start happening? I guess I would say Dynasty season's eternal at this point, dude. What's up, Danny? You said, do you like London over Godwin? It's extremely close. I think I'd probably take Godwin though. Said Gainwell's taking first team snaps. That's at least what the at least a heavy second RB for the team, possibly taking the lead. Yeah. His ADP is going to rise very soon here. Echo on underdog I'm fine with in the later first. However, in home leagues on sleeper he goes top 4, which I can't stomach. He's my 106. I took him at the 108 recently in a draft, like a managed league draft. Yeah, and Andy Reid's a great offensive mind. Yeah, exactly. Like those great coaches. If you look at like the percentage of like routes that like wide receivers are matched up against linebackers, like Kupp is at the top of that, or he's like on that list. I saw a guy over at Underdog. I think his name's Sosa. I know Danny is boys with him. He was retweeting that kind of metric, and that's why McVay's so good. He's very good at getting like Kupp against linebackers and stuff, and he's very good also at getting like Higbee matched up against corner. So sort of sending your tight end out to dry as like a decoy, and then exploiting the linebackers and stuff. Isaiah McKenzie getting a hype, getting real. Where did he go? Oh my God, he had to have gone very early. Am I an idiot? Has he not been drafted yet? Romeo Dubes getting drafted really highly as well. Somebody that was also my late round wide receiver video. Put some respect to my name. Lamar, Jackson, Herbert, or Hurts this year. ADP included. Give me Lamar. It does help that Rodgers throws some absolute dimes to Adams. No, that's fair. That's fair. Do you care about bye weeks? 2 of your RBs have the same bye week. In best ball, not at all. Honestly, in any format, not really. Because even if you say like, oh, you're gonna be pretty weak that week, you're gonna be equally weak that week as you're gonna be stronger in other weeks. Yeah, I mean, Mahomes will destroy a team if they're doubling Kelce. Someone else will have a great matchup, and he'll find him. Yeah, dude, I remember there's a clip that I saw. I think like PFF. I don't know. I said PFE. I think PFF tweeted it out the other day, but it was really cool where he like rolled out. It might have been against the Ravens, but I can't remember. It was either against the Ravens. It might have been in a playoff game against the Bills. I need a wide receiver. I would like one that stacks. Could go with the Raiders, San Fran, Tampa Bay, Carolina. Let's go Raiders. And I know that this sounds really weird, and you guys aren't gonna like this pick, but we're going Demarcus Robinson. There it is. But yeah, Demarcus Robinson. He stacks with Derek Carr. He's not like a super high upside guy, but weekly upside, he puts up some decent spike weeks. Let me see player profiler real quick. I'm exposing my search history, but I do not care. Demarcus Robinson. But yeah, he's just going to be running routes on like a decently high ADOT, right? What's his ADOT usually? 10.8. He operates past the first down marker. Game logs. No spike weeks last season. Oh boy, have I made a mistake? 35.2 points in 2019. That's what we'll cling on to, fellas. That's what we'll be clinging on to. A 30-plus point week in 2019. I'm just going to need that in like week 16 of the fantasy playoffs. What are your thoughts on James Conner this year? I actually kind of think that he's undervalued. As much as I don't like dead zone running backs, I like Conner. Said Pittman, Williams, McLaurin, favorite wide receiver in that draft range. Pittman for me. He said 100 is good. I thought 100 was good too, dude. I thought 100 megabytes per second was good. Like I don't understand why 100 megabytes per second is getting me kicked off of the stream, dude. I'm gonna kill myself. Dude, it's so bad, dude. I'm having audio issues. I'm getting kicked off of live streams because of bad Wi-Fi, dude. It's insane. I don't understand. And my Wi-Fi is fine, dude. 100 megabytes per second, dude. I don't understand how that's getting me kicked off of a live stream. Do I gotta, dude? Am I gonna have to turn down I'll just record myself in like 480p for you guys. I'll just record myself on a potato. I'll take off the face cam. Well, we're going to stop streaming with face cams, guys. Probably your streaming system. I'd listen to that nutty guy and get OBS. Yeah, I'm going to switch to OBS. Fuck Ecamm Live. All my homies hate Ecamm Live, bro. Probably... Nathan, are you telling me... that solar flares are the reason for this? You're saying there's something with the sun that's impacting my stream? You're saying it happened, still nailing it with the channel. I appreciate it, man. No, for real. I'm joking. These are small problems. I'll be honest with you guys, if you want a little inside baseball, the channel and its growth recently has been honestly insane. We haven't even hit like the high part of like August or anything. And the growth we've seen in the last like I think that we've gained like 1,300 subscribers in the last like 30 days, which for it not being August, that's insane. That's the biggest growth we've had in 1 month since like last summer. And we didn't see a lot of growth last July. I'll be honest with you guys, dude. There were some dark days in late July last year where I don't think we were even at like 2,000 subscribers, and I was like, fuck, dude, like this is bad. Like we're not gonna get any sort of algorithm bump. Maybe I should have just gone back to school. This was a dumb idea. But yeah. I'll answer some more questions and hang out here for a little bit. Yeah, plus you can create matchups with Claypool running deep up the seam. Yeah, exactly, dude. People forget, dude. He when he was coming into the NFL, there was talks that he would play move tight end. Like, coming out of Notre Dame, he was like a tweener as a guy that, like, maybe he was going to play tight end on the inside. I did all this write-up for Monday, so I hate to kind of spoil the video, but I do have a ton of the stats, like, sort of just backlogged in my head. I think that he ran, like, over 40% of his snaps out of the slot at Notre Dame his, like, sophomore year. So he's familiar with the role. Big slot role is fun. So the problem is that you're using Wi-Fi. All Wi-Fi is spotty at best. Go to a hardline connection with a long Ethernet cord. That's the issue, dude. In the basement, I can't get access to an Ethernet cord. That's the downfall of the basement. What kind of computer are you using? Is it meant for streaming gaming? I'm using, dude, my computer is maxed out, bro. It's a let me see, about this Mac. It's the Mac Pro 16-inch 2021 Apple M1 Max chip. 64 gigabytes of memory. It's literally a supercomputer, bro. Dude, my RAM goes crazy, dude. I think I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Like, tell me that's not a good RAM, dude. 64 gigabytes of RAM, bro. That's got to be a crazy amount of RAM. I don't know, dude. At least we made it to the end of this live stream. It was a little bit of a hiccup. It hit me with a little stop and go, but we did finish, so that's good. I would have been really down bad if it kicked me off here, boys. But yeah, I'm going to download OBS. We'll test that out. We're going to do a stream sometime next week, and we'll see what's going on. Oh, dude. I'm telling you, I got a supercomputer, bro. Or a super Mac. It's not a supercomputer. It's just a souped up Mac, pretty much. That I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to say this, but Underdog hooked me up with it. So they're really cool. I told them, hey, before this I had like a 2015 Mac I've been using probably until up to like 2 months ago. I told them, like, hey, like, dude, like, when I would stream with it, like, the fans would go crazy and it would be like even worse than what it is right now. This Mac, as much as I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi, but in terms of the stream itself, like, the Mac doesn't even flinch. I can't hear any fans right now. We're streaming. We got a best ball draft going. We're flowing face cam footage through the Mac, and yeah. And it's not only the M1 chip, bro. It's the M1 Max, bro. This shit goes crazy. He said, I had a 2012 Mac, and I couldn't stream with it, but it was a laptop. Now I have a gaming laptop, and it streams great. Damn, you got me down bad. This is also a MacBook, but we'll see. What else we got, fellas? I'm just hanging out. I'm going to probably dip out of here in the next 5 minutes and then head down to the gym and then chill. We got some good videos coming out. We got a banger coming out tomorrow where we're going to talk about the some players skyrocketing up my rankings, and then after that we're going to talk about pretty much my overall draft strategy. Or no, tomorrow's going to be my overall draft strategy, hopefully. But yeah, a lot of cool videos. My goal, don't hold me to this. Do not hold me to this. My goal right now, though, is to try and get daily uploads going in August. And dude, I know, here's the thing, guys. Actually, I want to talk to you guys about this for a second. I don't know what kind of set schedule I want to make, because I don't think that I can hold myself to it. Like, dude, Flock is out of his mind, dude. Like, big respect to Flock, dude. Fantasy Flock, I'm sure like 95% of you guys that are watching my stuff are watching his stuff. I don't know how he does it, man. Well, he was streaming last night to like 11 p.m., 11:30, 12. I don't know. Call me selfish or whatever, but as much as I love hanging out with you guys and making videos, dude, like I need my Friday night to myself. Same thing with like my Saturday night. Like I need to, like, I couldn't imagine pretty much being my own boss, making my own work schedule, and then deciding to work on like Monday or like Friday or Saturday nights. And I'm sure he does his thing or whatever. I don't know how he does it, dude. Streaming daily uploads are one thing, and then on top of that, he's streaming every day. So daily streams plus daily uploads. The guy's crazy. Pretty much the reason I say all that is because in my head I was like, man, like maybe I should push myself, try and do daily streams and daily uploads from like August 1st through week 1 kickoff. I don't think I could do it. But I think I'm gonna try and push myself. I think I'm gonna try and push for 5 to 6 planned videos every week. So just like normal videos, and then doing more than just one draft stream. We'll do like 2 or 3. We'll mix in not just underdog. We'll mix in some high stakes managed redraft leagues. But yeah, I just want to make sure I'm really pushing my pedal to the metal on content, really. You said, Ron, real quick, should I keep Diggs or Swift in a 12-man league? Give me Diggs. You said it can't be the Wi-Fi. You've eliminated that pretty much. 100 plus speed can't be the problem. Okay. I got some ideas. I'm definitely gonna download OBS and mess around with that before I stream next, and we'll see what's going on there. Real talk. Do you have any advice for how to start up this kind of channel? Dude, if I'm starting up, here's the thing, guys. I think the biggest word of advice I could really give when it comes to like content creation and doing your own thing. I'm not getting choked up there. I don't know. My throat. I could use a drink, but I don't know where my water's at. The biggest thing, man, is I have buddies who are like, man, I would love to like start a podcast with the boys and stuff. And everyone wants to start a podcast with the boys, but I hear a lot of people like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I'd love to make this type of content. And like, oh, just like my camera sucks. I don't have the mic. I would want like the right camera and the right mic. Here's the thing, fellas. The biggest word of advice I could make for making content is to go make content. Like, just go, like, turn on the camera, make content. Your first 50, 100, 200 videos, they're going to suck, man. My first, if you look back, if you go to, like, oldest videos on this channel, they all suck, man. The first 100 videos, first 50 videos, they all suck. They're all going to suck, dude. So, you might as well suck on shitty equipment. You might as well suck. I literally used my iPhone. I literally just filmed on, like, my shitty iPhone, and that was fine. You can hook up a snowball mic to it if you want. You don't have to. Super cheap. Edit it on iMovie. Upload it from there. And then it's just all trial and error, man. It's first you need to start making videos. You have to accept that they're going to suck. Trial and error with titles and thumbnails. Titles and thumbnails are huge. So when you're starting out, you just have to keep on putting out content because it's really just trial and error. It's just a ton of trial and error. Seeing what works, seeing what title works, and it's like, oh, this video works, and then look at that video, see why it worked, look at, what did I do differently here, why this video popped off, and then it's almost like machine learning in a way in your own head of like, okay, now I know what works, now I know what doesn't work. Like, now in my head, I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in the algorithm, how that all works, what the structure of a video is like. But yeah, it's really just trial and error. The biggest thing, again, people like waiting for this perfect opportunity to present itself of like, oh, I have a sweet camera. To be honest with you, if you are starting at 0 subscribers, it'd be foolish to spend thousands of dollars on a mic and a camera and like start from scratch. Just use your homemade equipment. I probably didn't even have to upgrade my equipment as early as I did. I probably could have gotten to, you could probably get to like 5,000-10,000 subscribers using like a webcam. But yeah. Like I said, the biggest thing I could say is just don't wait for like the perfect thing, whatever. Just make content. Even if like you don't even know what niche you want to get into, just start posting videos. Start posting videos. If you want to get into gaming, mess around with like different games too. You don't have to just play one singular game over and over again. Just sort of see what works. I don't know. I don't know if I'm preaching and sound like an idiot, but yeah. Do you edit your own videos, Ron? It depends on which video. Kind of gets dispersed to a lot of people. I have some people who help out with editing, so a lot of times they do it. I'll be honest, I don't edit a ton of videos. Sometimes I'll do like finishing touches. Like one of the, I have like 3 or 4 editors that are just like kind of freelance. They'll pick up like a video here and there. Sometimes if I see something I didn't like or I want to put my own like personal touch on it, then I'll just like do the final touches. You know what I mean? But I would say 85% of all footage is edited by somebody else. Most of and if I don't have an editor, those are usually the one take Drake videos where it's just one take and it's me putting up graphics by myself. Also, hold on. Oh, let me put myself full screen at this point. What do we got here? You said, honestly, Friday and Saturday nights have to be lower attendance, though. I wouldn't sweat, especially during off-season, not doing Friday, Saturday nights. Yeah, that's fair. You said Mason has people do that for him. Yeah, I know that they edit for him, but still, like, outlining videos and recording takes a long time. Now, I'm not gonna bash Mason. I do pride myself on. I think that my videos, for the amount of volume that I put out, I think they're some of the more in-depth pieces of content in the space. I feel like I really do try and take the time to really research things out. You said you have a team, though, right? I imagine you didn't start with a team, so how does that progress? I wouldn't really say a team. Like, I don't have, like, an official team. I got lucky that one of my best friends from my hometown wanted to be so involved, and he's also really, I almost said autistic, but he's really artistic. And he's really creative and stuff. So, like, in terms of editing, all that stuff, he's a genius with all of it. So I got lucky. But I will say he hasn't edited videos since I've hit, like, 3,000 subs. But yeah, like, in quotes, I have a team. I have that guy. He's like, I would call him my right-hand man. He helps me out with everything. And then I just have like 3 or 4 editors that each of them maybe pick up like 1 or 2 videos a day, or 1 or 2 videos like a week. And it's super, super part-time, super, like casual and stuff. I would say it really is. You have to do it all by yourself. And then people, as you sort of grow, you'll have people gravitate to you and be like, hey, I'm a big fan of the channel, I want to do this, or hey, I like what you're doing here, I'd like to help out. Or sometimes some of the editors that we have aren't even fans, or just, I'll be honest with you, I think like two of the editors for this channel, like one of them's a girl. And she's super artistic and creative. She doesn't know a lick about football, which is like something that I sort of sometimes I'm like, man, like, maybe that isn't the best, but she actually edited what's actually hilarious is she edited the Double Hero RB video, which has the most views on the channel, and it was by a girl who doesn't even know anything about football. So shout out to her. I was going to say her name, but no. But yeah. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about here before I head out is the basement merch giveaway, fellas. I got shirts. My right-hand man, Hussimo, the guy that I was talking about who's artistic and possibly autistic at times. We have the basement t-shirt. Sticker still on it. All dead stock. I didn't mess around with any of these. On the back, the basement. You got me and Winnie on the couch. This is a small, by the way. That's why it kind of looks weird up to me. But yeah, if you want access to one of these, they're super rare. I only had enough money to buy like 15 copies, so or 20, but I took 5 for me, the guy who helped create them, and a couple of my friends. So if you want to grab one of those, the basement merch giveaway, I'm going to put the link in the live chat, but basically all you have to do is fill out the Google form, use promo code RonOnUnderdog, and comment on a YouTube video, and that's it. I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a cringy giveaway. You have to do like a million things and, follow my mom's dead dog's brother's mother's sister on Twitter. Man, I gotta start putting it in the description. But pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is I'll be just putting all the names on a wheel next week, probably next Saturday stream, and then I'll just that's just how we're going to do the giveaway. So yeah, let me put the link in the chat. And then that'll be that. You need more sweat stands in them? Yeah, we only have 8 responses right now, guys. And so we have some XLs, some larges, and some mediums. If you're a small, I don't have any smalls. If you have a small, you're almost guaranteed to get one of these shirts, fellas. If you're a small. If you're a short king out there or a small king, that would be huge. So let me basement merch giveaway form. Boom. So if you want to hop in, it'll be right there. I'll pin it again. Here's the shirt. Put some respect on my name. Again, I don't know, man. Maybe I went the wrong way and you guys wanted something more fantasy oriented. But I didn't want something that says, like, I love fantasy football all over it. I wanted something that you can, like, wear you know, whether it be like the bar or just like out, without people knowing that you're obsessed with fantasy football. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, spending some time with the young bull. Banger video coming out tomorrow. Banger video coming out on Monday. And then from there, we'll see. Again, I'm trying to get as much content up for August as possible. We'll see what I can handle. I want to do, instead of like, I've been doing like five planned out videos and one stream. I want to see if we can ramp it up to like 5 to 6 planned out videos and like 2 to 4 streams every week. We'll see. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys coming out here, spending a little time on your Saturday with me. Now, I'm going to go head out to the gym, hang out. Hope you guys all have a great Saturday yourselves. And with that being said, if you enjoyed, make sure you're down below, subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one.